kujaa. Ano, wengi wenu hamnifahamu. Mimi naitwa Andrew Mwalimu wa kujaa, lakini wa kujaa amani, upendo na maendeleo. For sure, I've heard all the speakers here. And before I applaud for them, nashukuru sana JKP for this kongamano and the host governor for actually letting this fourth conference of Jabeic take place here. It's well organized, and even the speakers were chosen so very resourceful. I thank for that. I would have waited till end of the day, but because ya majukumu mengine huko mbele mbele, I have to leave. I've had Tony Blair, I've had the diaspora from the United States of America, I've had EcoBank, I've had Deputy Budget Controller Bonamasha, I've had the Green World Ventures, ambayo ni Bwana Mark Barash. We have had a trademark by Ahmed. Actually, they are wonderful speakers. But maybe just a request. When we are talking about all this, sometimes try to consider each and every county. What are the strengths? What are the opportunities? What are the weaknesses? What are the threats? Because what can be good in Mombasa, it might not be good in Taita. What can be good in Ihola, Tana River, it cannot be good in Lamu. So let us align according to the counties. Because you heard from Masha that we have, since devolution started, we have received over 400 billion and we can produce over 15 billion. But you see, these 15 billion are just maybe produced by one country. But yet, other counties, they have the opportunity, if given, and produce even more. Like when you talk about Taita Taveta, and I conduct the SWOT analysis, you'll find that the strengths of Taita Taveta, we are very hardworking, we are very peaceful, we are very handsome and beautiful, we have good land which is fertile, it is a water surplus account, and many others. But unfortunately, the count right now is in tatters, simply because we have the water, but the vast, or rather say the bigger percentage of the country, men and women, are suffering. We have the wildlife over there, but we don't enjoy anything. But with big money from EcoBank, from all the speakers here, you come to Taita, not just crisscrossing along the beaches alone. You go to even other areas like Matate and the Voi. We come and talk. I know we shall gain something. Because from the speakers, actually, I have learned a lot. And as I believe education is a continuous process, actually, I have learned. Sasa yangu mimi sio mingi sana, but my team is also here. I am sure they'll be here to the end of the day and they'll compile everything which we shall get it from here. But the host governor, nimepongeza, and also all the governors who have attended, all the leaders who have attended, the idea, earlier on, we talked to Wazee here in Tana River. And interestingly, my first job, I worked here in Tana River. And that time, this county was not it was in tatters in terms of security. But today, you as governors of Coast Region and all leaders of Coast Region, let us imitate this. Let us be one thing. We shall increase our bargaining power if we work together as a team. I'm 100% sure if we are going to work together as leaders, the job of JKP will be very, very easy. You know, unity is strength. Divided, we fall. Otherwise, kwa hayo, asanteni sana, wacha na mwacha. Ingawaje nyama za Tana River huwaga ni tamu sana, lakini bahati mbaya, I don't know that time, nivunje mfupa hapa. So, asanteni sana wa Tana River, na vile vile muwe mkimkumbuka Andrew Mwadime wa kujaa. Unajua maisha ni mambo mengine kabisa, lakini hii ni siasa Maisha ni mambo mengine kabisa. Unazaona Mwadime yuko hapa leo na kesho kutwa umsikie, lakini wakati wa majira yake msikie kwamba anazunguka anataka kuona Ikulu. Msimwache. Sawa sawa. Asanteni sana.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Mumemsikia. Hiyo ni County 006, the County of Hidden Treasures. Tunashukuru sana Mwadime. I just want to say two things before we get to the next space here, while the governor is here. We are moving this program faster so that we can accomplish what we need to accomplish. So it is true, but governors, before you probably depart and leave us, we want to highlight two things. We have packaged investment projects for each of the county governments with the help of the Tony Blair Institute. Those projects are to be presented by each county government. Taita Taveta has investment projects. Some of those will be shared, and while governor is out, we will be able to share. So that is one. And those projects, Your Excellency, we have picked 3 projects from each county. So out of the 6, we have at least 18 projects which we think are cross-cutting. Kwa hivyo kila county kuna projects zake. So all these people who have been sitting here, this is what we're presenting to them. That they come to the county of Taita Taveta and they get to talk about the value addition in the livestock value chain. They get to talk about the water, the integrated water project, which I know you're very, very passionate about. And they talk about agribusiness. I think those are the 3 projects which come in top of the line from Taita Taveta. There's some more from other counties which will have a privilege to do that. Secondly, one of the programs we needed to get to today, and I'm not sure if we will. If we're not, then it will have tomorrow. One of the biggest accomplishments of Jumuiya Counties of Pwani has been securing a grant of 3.5 billion shillings. You've been seeing it in the newspaper. Nimekuwa nikiwaambia watu hiyo pesa haikuja kwa Jumuiya Secretariat. Mimi sina pesa. That money has gone into 5 implementing partners who are here. Italy is in charge of the fisheries value chain, and they have picked 9 beach management units across. They are also in charge of the cassava value chain, and they're here. They'll give a showcase of their projects. Secondly, we have Portugal. Portugal is doing the tourism, culture, and heritage. They just released 85 million to 13 micro, small, medium enterprises. I think that number goes to 17, and all those are selected from the 6 counties. GIZ, which is here, has been doing the Go Blue vocational training of more than 3,000 youth in the region, selected from each of the 6 counties, working with vocational training. We had to postpone a graduation yesterday. We have Union Habitat and UNEP, who are in charge of planning and environment, and they will be speaking about much of the interventions, but also because of the regenerative conversation. There is the carbon credits project, which has been successful out in Kwale with the Kenya Marine Fisheries Research Institute. We are about to scale that project into Lamu with the support of UN Habitat. They are also doing a waste management project in Taita Taveta and support of the spatial planning in Taita Taveta. Your Excellency Governor, we will help you finish the spatial plan of Taita Taveta. That's a commitment which came in from with the Kenya Institute of Planners. They will put some experts together with the UN Habitat and Go Blue for us to help you finish that. And then also help with other counties. We have Expertise France working with us on maritime security, working with the Kenya Coast Guard, but working with also with our fishermen in terms of safety while they go fishing. So those are just small highlights, Your Excellency Governor, because you mentioned about fairness across. And I think Jumuiya County za Pwani has been very fair. I have one county myself, which is called Jumuiya County za Pwani. My home is in Kilifi, but Jumuiya County za Pwani is one county, one space, one economic cluster for the Secretariat, and we've been very, very diligent on that note. So without much further ado, we want to take a small break. Nimpatie Nuhu Bakari. Nuhu Bakari tumefanya makusudi kabisa bringing Nuhu Bakari here because the Kiswahili language, did you know that? The womb of the Kiswahili language and culture is Tana River. Did you know that? Okay, now you know. No.
Mpigeni zaidi makofi. Unajua amepigwa makofi mengi lakini hakuna ziada mbovu. Vipi? Sasa kimsingi ni kwamba kuna mji mdogo unaoitwa Ozi. Nani anafahamu eneo linaloitwa Ozi? Ozi. Huku kwenu. Safi. Hapo Ozi ndipo chimbuko la Kiswahili cha Kingozi. Kuna lahaja 23 za Kiswahili ikiwepo Kimvita, Kiamu, Kisiu, Kipate na Kingozi na Kiunguja na kadhalika na kadhalika. Hicho Kingozi kimetoka hapa Pokomo. Kwa hivyo ukimsikia Mpokomo anazungumza Kiswahili kipokomo, mjue hicho Kiswahili kinaitwa Kingozi. Tuko pamoja? All Stars. Ili mpate tumbuizo kidogo, basi kuna dakika kama 3-2 kabla magavana wetu wazungumze. Tunawaalika All Stars. Mtoe tumbuizo hapa. All Stars. All Stars mpo sio? Tuko safi. Najua mnachakata mziki vizuri tu. Hawa ni vijana wa hapa nyumbani, wanafanya kazi safi. Wale tutumbuiza saa zile, tukaona uhondo huu tusiupate wenyewe na nyie pia mfurahie. Anzeni kazi.
Tana River Tana River Tana River Tana River Na mimi najulikana kama Fred Abio, msanii wa hapa Tana River, naimba nyimbo za Kiswahili na za Kipokomo. No, mimi pia najulikana kama Saji. Sote tuko na furaha. Kwa ishara ya mkono tafadhali. Kama tuko na furaha kwa ishara, asanteni. Iyo. Mambo vipi Tana River? Mambo vipi? Sema ra. Okay, najulikana kama vile msema kweli. Natokea saidi zile za Tana Delta.
Yo, Tana River Chambada. Kwa majina naitwa Machkonga na mimi natokea pia Tana Delta, lakini hata hapa ni nyumbani. Karibuni.
Shikilia DJ. Tupatie All Stars tafadhali DJ. All Stars tafadhali.
And gentlemen, we welcome you all to Tana River County, the land of hidden treasure. Galato mai, tarambila mira bada, jadon tentana, dia dakisima. Adia rutuma tana karibu, tana tunabum. Wimbo wa taifa kutoka Tana, mseme sana, asante sana, na muda umana. Ukumbuke mko Tana, uone mamba. Ayele, unda umana. Ukumbuke mko Tana, uone mamba. Okiwa kuna mamba. Kelenda Tana River, ayo tati, kelenda. Tana River, mama jehu.
tamaduni zetu nzuri sana na miguu vya kwetu ni vichafu sana. Kwa kilimo namba moja, fugaji namba moja, Tanariva tunasonga mbele. Kwa kipaji namba moja, miradi namba moja, Tanariva tunasonga mbele. Ora pesa tunazo, unga zetu tunazo, watoto zana tunazo, Tanariva tunasonga mbele. Chana changu husifika, amani tunado ubarika, abi matata chana wisa, na deto lenge, na dete chande, almaiza feino, Tanariva tunasonga mbele. Tanariva, ayo tati, Icheleda, ukutaka mama jema, mama jema, ukutaka,
Jamani, makofi kwao. Wanajiita All Stars. Yaani ni vigogo. Ukiona mtu ameitwa nyota si mchezo ati Nadhani sasa ili tukamilishe hili zoezi tutawapatia nafasi na fursa magavana wengine kuzungumza, alafu ndio twende tukashitaki tumbo. Najua pia muda umekwenda.
Asante na Bakari. I see the chairman is and the host governor brought a small break. We're going to use this time wisely. There is a new chief of enterprise at Safaricom. We had a meeting with last week and made a lot of commitments in terms of partnership with the region. They are the reason we are having all this internet connectivity for virtual participants who are here. So there's a very short video. She's out in South Africa and she had to record much of
the investment opportunities in the region, noting that all the participants represented in this conference have a role to play in changing the story of this coast region. Your Excellencies, as we deliberate on the development path of this region, I would like to mention some of the integrated development projects that CDA has identified for possible implementation through various funding approaches. These projects include the Integrated Fish Resource Development Project. We have the Integrated Sugar Development Project, Lake Chala Integrated Water Resource Development Project, and the Integrated Community Livestock Development Project. I therefore call upon interested investors and all other development partners to consider putting resources in these strategy projects in conjunction with Coast Development Authority, the Kenya government, and the county governments that we are operating in. On my own behalf and on behalf of the Board of Directors of CDA and the people of this region, I wish to thank the Kenya government for the continued financial support in implementation of development projects in this region. This has resulted in remarkable progress, notably in food security, value addition, ecosystem management, thereby enabling the authority to demonstrate the viability and sustainability of development initiatives, a step that has interested private investors and development partners. Your Excellencies, through implementation of these development projects, CDA has empowered the communities in this region to successfully undertake essential community projects and enterprises. This conference is therefore an important forum for continued sensitization of the local entrepreneurs on available and viable investment ventures and partners, as well as seeking promotion of networks between entrepreneurs, investors, development partners, and government at both levels will greatly contribute to enhance investment capacity for the region and more so at the community level. Resource mobilization and capacity building have been found to be critical to successful investment. It is towards this end that we are gathered here today to share information. We exchange ideas, experiences on the region's economic development path in the belief that we all come up with actionable steps in sustaining investment promotion so that together we can change the story of this region. Thank you all.
Thank you, Chairman CDA, and I really appreciate the partnership we have. It's out of the 7 economic blocks, I think we are Your Excellency governors who are here, turning to the host governor to take over this program from here. From the Secretariat, Your Excellency governors and the members out here, the question keeps on coming. What is the mandate of Jumuiya ya Kaunti za Pwani? Our mandate, we have defined it as 4. We are responsible for coordinating cooperation, and that we achieve in many ways. This is cooperation here, this is collaboration. When we have the 6 counties seated together, having a function with an objective, that is cooperation and that's coordination. We also achieve that through sector working groups, which will bring in all the CCs together, all the departments to discuss policies, which goes into the second mandate, which is policy harmonization. At this point, we are in the season of policy harmonization. The national government has the Vision 2030 project, which is being harmonized with the CIDPs, which each county government is working on, and especially now with the new governors, they are inserting much of the visions out there. We're working to harmonize that with what Excellency Governor Mwadime was talking about, that it's about the comparative advantages, it's about what Taita Taveta can do and be able to trade with Lamu and Mombasa. It's about the same people to create employment, whether in Mombasa, in Lamu, and that is harmonization of policies. The third one is promoting the regional economic assets in terms of 2 things, tourism, culture, and heritage. And with that, you've been seeing a logo of the Go Kenya Coast. Annual Jabeic conference is a flagship project. The last one is investments. And in these investments, it's been a slow process at that. And again, this investment conference has been one of those catalysts of us forming investment opportunities, packaging projects which investors can come in, but also be able to transact. And within the investments, what we've been able to do with the really support of the county governments of the last 5 years is the creation of county investment corporations. The Secretariat worked hard to form a common bill where each county went to enact in the county assemblies. At least right now, and congratulations to 3 counties, the county government of Tana River, the county government of Kilifi, and the county government of Mombasa all have county investment companies. The other counties are still working on them. The bills are still in the county assembly, and we hope to achieve this because we have much of the goodwill of the governors. We think those are very important instruments for these investment conversations that we're having, especially with the challenges that we know in the public-private partnership space. So the message to you as the governors who are coming forward is that the county governments are ready to do business. The county governments are ready to transact. The county governments have enough instruments, they have enough projects for them to be able to do this. And so without much further ado, Your Excellency Governor, Host Governor Dado Godana, please come forward, talk to your people. And we thank you so much for you hosting and making this possible. Thank you so much. Tumpigie makofi Host Governor wetu.
Thank you, Emmanuel Zaya, our CEO for the County of Money, for the process you have taken us through to this end. And mine this afternoon is first of all to take this opportunity to welcome you all, fellow governors, political and delegates from the whole of the Jumuiya County za Pwani. Wacha niseme kwa lugha ya Kiswahili, karibuni sana hapa Tana, ili tuweze kuzungumza na kujadiliana pamoja vile tunaweza kusongesha sehemu hii yetu ya Pwani mbele. I have a speech, but I don't want to speak from the speech. Maybe we can just bring it here. For the interest of the media, we can then afterwards be able to give you a copy of the speech. First, thank you, my brother, for reminding us that Swahili, especially the dialect of Bengosi, started here in Tana. Many of the people don't know that, and it is out of this conference that we will be able to showcase some of the potential that lies in this region for us to be able then to tap into what we are discussing about. We'll be launching a magazine within the course of the conference called the Tana Heritage Magazine, which will give more insights on the potential in heritage sites that we have in this county that are very unique from other counties. But allow me, therefore, to say a few words. One, we are here to discuss innovative investments in blue economy sector, urbanization, and innovative transformation. That thing is what today speaks to all of us. That in my assessment and in my view, there can be no innovative investments. There can never be innovative transformation if then there is no environment. The environment has first of all to be conducive for that innovative investment, whether it is innovative or just investment, or whether you want innovative transformation. if in the first place the environment for all those two does not exist? That is why among the Sustainable Development Goals, urbanization has been identified as one of the theories that can allow for that environment to be established and for the rest of the things to be anchored under. Again, the same, and you remember world leaders across the globe, and I'm happy one of the speakers, the deputy control of budget, discussed a bit about the Sustainable Development Goals, and he did also mention about the potential that we have in counties, 400 million and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, as we discuss this subject, I want us as a people to look at the question that most of these speakers are asking. Why is it that this is not happening? Why is it that A is not happening, and B is not happening, and C is not happening? And that question was asked by the National Director of Trademark East Africa during his speech, and he was interrogating why things are not happening. I'm here today to say that from the onset, that Tana is ready. Tana is very ready for that innovative investment. Tana is ready for urbanization. Tana is ready for that innovative transformation. Because when we came in as a government, we sat and we looked at all factors. We looked at why this county has stagnated for so many years. We looked at issues on disasters, whether they are made by men or made by natural factors, because they all existed. The environment for investments in Tana wasn't there. We used to move from floods to droughts, and then later on we're in conflicts, where some of those influenced by the activities of the human. So we had both challenges, both the natural and the human side of challenge. But again, we looked at then that environment and we said, again, with all these challenges, we needed to move somewhere. We had the challenge of even the absence of the environment for businesses. And we could count over the years how many of our business people have their businesses grown. Insecurity had taken toll of most of the big businesses. We had wholesalers before, in all sectors, in clothes, in food stuff, in whatever. We had them. But we used to lose them time and again out of insecurity challenges. And so looking at all those factors, we picked on again urbanization as a major field that can allow for this county to transform into the future. After assessing everything, we said the only way the business environment can come is by urbanization. The only way for us to be able to create an environment for investors to come in is through urbanization. The only way we can have a peaceful environment for people to live in better settlement with services easy to deliver is through urbanization. And so we picked urbanization as the main theory that can drive Tana forward. And I'm happy today that out of our planning, out of our transition towards an urban county, something important is coming out, that most of some of the places in the process of planning will emerge as tourist destinations. A place like Asa, a place like Kone, a place like Mbarambala, a place like Kipini, the whole of under that sector, the tourism sector alone. Talking about Kipini with all the shrines that we have, the Mana Shrine, yeah, the Shaka Shrine, the Ozi, what my brother has just spoken about, those Portuguese ruins in Ozi, the tunnel in Garsen, the old military camp under the British uh, uh, government then. Plus, of course, Hola prisons here, uh, some other places in the north, the military camps there under the British battalions during the struggle for Africa, and the Italian camps in Chewele, and many more of those heritage sites we have. Then for sure, Tana can be one of the next frontier for tourism. The success of this function alone gives that impression that Tana is ready to be part of the global community to discuss. Today here we're discussing with people from the US through virtual. We were here now discussing with the EcoBank. EcoBank has never been here, but we're very hopeful that one of these fine days we'll have EcoBank with us here because the environment is now conducive for investments. That is just on the tourism. We have so much. We have Coral Game Reserve in the north. We have the whole of the delta. We have the whole of this riverine ecosystem. We have so many beautiful sites that can serve as sanctuaries and many others. You saw here people who are dancing. This is just one of the groups, but we have so many of them. Here we can have Ilwana, we can have Mnyaya, we can have Wata, we can have Pukomo, we have Orma, we have so many. So in terms of cultural diversity, this is the place where people need to learn more of the things. Of course, you know also, apart from that language of the Nkosi, that the tone of the national, the Garden of Anthem. It is already designed and the site has been identified and works are going to start soon. So the Garden of Anthem. And also we have the Tower of Anthem. Well, they're all designed. We have the Tower of Anthem. Then we are also going to do the Center for Cultural Excellence. We are also you know, that the independence of this country began from here, from the history of the Hola massacre that prompted some discussion in the UK. And out of the discussion, then it was declared that Kenya should be set free. It started here. And somewhere not very far at the corner as you come to Hola Tower, you will see where those 11 were buried at a place called the Mamau Secondary School. Just opposite was the house of the governor of the Republic of Kenya. The governor used to have a small home here, another home in Baomo Game Reserve, before he moved to Kipini, where he had that other home. And so, in all those places, we have projects that we want to do that now can make this whole town another tourist destination. It could be the first tourist probably, but you will not see as much as what we are planning to do. In some few years to come, you will see exactly those heritage sites being recovered and preserved and developed for purposes of making Tana a destination. That's just a few, but in terms of agribusiness, you know, that we have here, we host most of the big projects, all irrigation scheme, the Bura, the Tabla, and now the most outspoken on the Lana irrigation scheme. And we have so many of them as a county. We have our own model of taking agriculture to the next level. And the smart climate programs. We have minor schemes that we need now to slowly from minor to mini and then to large scale commercial agriculture. And the livestock the same. We have done so much of markets. In fact, what Mheshimiwa Mwadime was talking about no, I think it's Zai, about Saudi, we have already plans to have an abattoir in Tana or somewhere in Modena, where we, as we move to the exhibition tents, what is happening in Tana, and apiculture and fisheries and fresh produce. One of our partners is here. We are now exporting green gram to America from here, which never used to happen before. We have other programs on value addition. We are now implementing the green economic zone. We have started already the Green Heart project as a pilot, the green economic zone. When Trademark East Africa was speaking, he didn't say that one of the sites for the transport and logistics corridor is actually in Kesi. That's where the other transport and logistics from Kilifi and Mombasa, the shift will soon come to somewhere in Kesi. It is the next transport and logistics corridor for Tana. I have so much to speak, a lot, but mine today is just to confirm to everyone that Tana is ready for what we are talking about, and to call on investors from wherever, people who want to put their businesses. We have already started doing the spatial planning for the county. We are doing the spatial planning for the municipality. We are doing the spatial planning for the maritime, and also the spatial planning for the town. But we have completed spatial planning for small cities under the program we call the Village Cluster Program, one of the most ambitious programs that we have, where we are planning to have small cities, where services are consolidated, villages, and only the herders will move, and life will change. We are negotiating with national government and other partners to try and do mega dams up there, connect them to feeders, and then through canals to be able to transform the hinterland into proper use. So in the near future, we have started traveling the journey, putting in the services. There are areas we have put water, there are areas we have already put electricity, there are areas we've done roads, there are areas now we are getting into housing. We have agreed, and the people have already bought into this. And that's why you have seen Tana is now settled, because this is a non-inclusive. We are not selective. We are about bringing communities, making them cohesive, live together, and then concentrate only on what we are talking about. Thank you for that small brief. For the interest of the media, we have the speech which is written, and mine today is again to recognize and thank the political leaders who have come here, the MCAs who have already stood to show that they are here. We have here the Senator Tana is here, the Deputy Governor, the mbunge wetu wako hapa. But before maybe I bring them, the governors, I want to invite just the Member of Parliament for Galole, the host MP, to come and say a bit of some word. Then I invite the na mimi kile nimeshangaa, makofi bado haijaanza. Makofi kwa karibu sana mheshimiwa.
Gavana, asante. Juzi nilikuwa Kilifi, nilikuwa pamoja na gavana hapa. Naona hii speaker imewekwa chini zaidi. Sasa speaker wa Senate akasema nadharau. Unaniona naivuta juu ili ifike kimo changu. Asante gavana. Mimi sitazungumza leo, lakini kukushukuru sana, kwa sababu mimi mwenyewe sijaona hafla kama hii hapa Tana River. jana tulikuja na wewe hapa, na ile hali ambayo nilikuwa nimeiona sikufikiria kama hapa mahali patabadilika kukae namna hii. Kwa hivyo ni wewe pamoja na organizers, ni lazima niwashukuru, chukua nafasi hii kuwashukuru sana kwa leo wamebadilisha mahala hapa, ambapo hii ndio constituency yangu ya Galole constituency. Tunataka kukaribisha kila mtu, wale wageni waliokuja hapa watakaa siku 3 mpaka siku mwisho wa hafla hii, wajione wako nyumbani. Kuna mzungumzaji mmoja jana nilifurahi, amesema watu wa Tana River ni watu wakarimu, na bila shaka pengine wageni waliokuja mtapata mapungufu kidogo, hayo mtatusamehe, lakini watu wenyewe ni watu wazuri. Jambo ambalo nataka kuzungumza Pwani, na mimi nataka kuzungumza kama chairman wa bunge wa Pwani, ambao kwa sote tuko 42. Tukizungumza hapa mambo ya development, hapa hakuna mambo ya siasa, sababu siasa tushamaliza, na saa hii tunazungumza habari ya maendeleo peke yake. Hawa ambao kwa wamejumuika hapa wanataka tuone sisi viongozi tumebadilisha maisha yao. Hiyo ndio sababu ambao kwa wametuchagua wakatuleta hapa. Na tukiwa tunafuata hiyo mada, wabunge ambao kwa tuko nao katika sehemu hii ambao kwa nimesema ni 42, wao ndio wako na jukumu wa kutengeza budget ya Kenya hii. Ile pesa ambayo kwa mnapewa nyinyi, kama sijakosea, ni bilioni 407 kama sijakosea, na sisemi hizo pesa zinakuja kaunti ya Tana River mwende mkamulize governor. Hiyo ni pesa ambazo kuwa zinagawanywa katika kaunti zote za Kenya nzima. Ni proposed. Sahihi 370. Sasa kuna ni 370, halafu kuna hakiba nyingine ambayo kwa hiko inakuja 4, lakini tuache namna hiyo. Maana ambayo kwa nazungumza namna hii ni kwamba ikiwa mnawaalika waje wote, kwa sababu ile pesa ambayo kwa mnapata 370 au pengine 4 or 7 ambayo kwa nasema kule Nairobi tunawacha more than 3 billion. Na hii pesa ni pesa ambayo kwa inaenda counties. Watu wanaita ni national tu, lakini inaenda wapi? Kwa sababu Kenya ni counties. Na hii pesa yote 3 trillion, hasa si billion, 3 trillion ambayo kwa inagawanywa na MPs. Mkienda mnazungumza na wabunge, mnazungumza na waziri, mnazungumza na ma-PS, unawaambia shida zenu, tunataka maji hapa, tunataka sijui nini hapa, stima pale. Lakini nafikiri chairman Mungara pamoja na governor wangu na pia mheshimiwa hapa, mko na experience kwa sababu mshakaa bunge. Wabunge ndio wanagawanya ile pesa. Ikiwa kuna waziri anakuja bungeni anasema nataka pesa hii kiasi hii kwa sababu ya fulani, na PS hali kadhalika. Kwa hivyo mkizungumza na mawaziri na ma-PS na mkiwacha MPs 42, kwa mfano tukija hapa Bwana Mungara, ukija ukisema tunataka expansion ya Malindi Airport, pesa lazima itoke, na wenye kuigawanya hiyo pesa ni hao MPs ambao tunazungumza leo. Hamkuwaita waje, mngewaita wabunge 42, na mimi kulingana na mimi stakeholder number 1 wa jumuiya wangekuwa MPs waje hapa. Mwambie sahi we are identifying 6 projects kwa kila county moja. Kwa mfano Kilifi tunataka airport, hiyo ni kazi yenu MPs, nende mkalete pesa. Tana River tunataka expansion ya mtambo wa Maembe, leteni hiyo pesa. Na hali kadhalika, hii kazi ingekuwa rahisi na tungesaidiana. Mimi sitaki kuzungumza zaidi, nataka kukoma hapo, muda umeenda na wageni wetu wametoka mbali, watu wanasikia njaa. Ningezungumza zaidi lakini ningetaka kukoma hapo. Niwaambieni tafadhalini, karibuni. Sisi ni marafiki ya watu wote, na yote ambao kwa governor amepanga na county, sisi we are supporting you na tutakuwa na nyinyi, na wakati wote mkituhitaji tutajumuika na nyinyi. Asante sana.
Makofi kwa Mheshimiwa Posta, mbunge wetu wa Galole, kwa maneno hayo mazuri. Tutafanya hivyo Mheshimiwa, nafikiria tulifanya, lakini tutazidi kufanya. Asante sana. Wacha nimwalike Mheshimiwa mbunge Tana, seneta wetu, aweze kusema na sisi. Karibu Mheshimiwa. Makofi yake yako wapi jamani?
Gideon Mungaro, mwenyeji wetu kwa ghafla hii, gavana wetu Mheshimiwa Godhana, waheshimiwa magavana ambao walikuwa hapa na wameondoka, Mheshimiwa gavana wa Lamu Timami, waheshimiwa wengine wote ambao wako hapa, Mheshimiwa wetu Saidi Ribae, ningependa kuchukua nafasi hii kuuliza swali moja. Ni kwa nini sisi watu wa Pwani tuongee na sauti moja? Sababu ni mbili. Ya kwanza, sisi ni familia moja. Historia inatuambia kwamba tulitoka huku chini Kongo, tukaja tukavuka hapa Tana River, hii Tana, na tukaanza kwenda huku juu. Wengine wakaenda mpaka huko Taita, wengine wakabaki hapa Wagiriama mpaka Wadigo huko. Sisi ni jamii moja na sisi ni watu wa moja. Baba yangu mimi ametoka huku chini South. Mama yangu mimi ametoka huko juu kwa wajomba wa Taita. Mimi mwenyewe nimekuja nikaoa hapa chini kwa Wadigo. Kwa hivyo sisi ni kabila moja, sisi ni watu wa moja. Lazima tuongee na sauti moja. Ya pili, lazima tuwe na sauti moja kwa sababu watu wetu, ukiondoka hapa ukienda Mombasa utampata Mgiriama, Mdigo, utampata Mpokomo, Muorma, utapata kabila zote. Ukitoka hapo ukienda Lamu utawapata. Ukitoka Lamu ukienda Kilifi utatupata. Ukitoka Kilifi ukienda Taita utatupata. Sisi tukiona Taita Taveta inaendelea, jamii zetu zinaendelea. Kwa hivyo tunataka tushikane watu wetu, tukiongozwa na hawa magavana, na sisi ambao tuko Senate, na sisi ambao tuko kwa bunge, tunataka tutembee na sauti moja. Sisi kule bunge ya Senate, wenzangu watano ambao hawakufika, watu wako mashughuli mengi sana, na tunajua kuna special sitting ambayo imeitwa, ndio hawakufika. Ninatoa pole yao ama apology yao, lakini tumesema tutashirikiana na magavana. Zile sheria ambazo zinataka kuletwa kule Senate tutazipitisha, ili jumuiya ya kaunti ya Tana River, jumuiya ya kaunti ya Coast ya Pwani iwe ni ya ukweli na inasaidia wapwani wote. Saa hii nimepeleka bill na imekuwa published first reading, ambayo inasema zile rasilimali percentage fulani ibaki kwa zile kaunti ambazo zinatoa hiyo rasilimali. Kwa hivyo hapa Pwani hiyo sheria italeta manufaa makubwa na tunataka kwenda namna hiyo. Secretariat ya hii jumuiya wakitaka kuwa na usaidizi wowote kwa upande wa sheria, sisi tuko pamoja na tutashikana na hawa magovernors wetu 6, tuhakikishe kwamba sheria ambazo zinatakikana kupitishwa tutazipitisha na zitafaulu, ili umoja wetu uwe ni wa kweli. Ya mwisho, ningependa kusema na kutoa mwito, tukiwa tuko hapo nyumbani, wakati tunagawa ya kaunti 6, Tana River kiuchumi bado tu wadogo, hatuko kama Mombasa kwa mfano. Kwa hivyo nataka kusema secretariat yetu, mkiwa mnapanga mipango yenu, we want capital investment in Tana River County. Msituweke sawasawa na Mombasa, msituweke sawasawa na counties ambazo zimewekewa major capital investment. Sisi Tana River, we don't have big capital investment. Na tunasema tena, let me repeat it in English. When we are doing the arrangement for investment, let us also have in Tana River big capital investments in Tana River. Sioni sababu why ile fishing school ambayo imepangwa katika hii jumuiya, why that fishing school cannot be brought to Tana River County? Kwa nini tusiletewe sisi watu wa Tana River? Leo tunaambiwa tunaenda kujenga uvuvi house. Uvuvi house ambayo ni project ya watu ambao wanashughulika na mambo ya uvuvi, ya kwenda kujengwa Nairobi. How is that possible? Tunataka tushikane, na sisi hapa tuko na land. Why can't you bring uvuvi house ije ijengwe hapa Tana River County? Na sisi tuwe tunajivunia kwamba hii blue economy inafanya kitu kwa ajili ya watu wa Tana River. So tukiwa katika umoja na undugu, tukumbuke wale ambao uchumi wao uko chini kidogo, tuwapelekee, bado tunaujenga. Kwa hayo mengi, tunawaombea wote ambao mmefika hapa, asanteni, na tunaomba hii conference iendelee vizuri. Mungu atubariki. Thank you very much.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Senator Mheshimiwa Tana. Hawa watu wa Kilifi na Mombasa nafikiria ndio unasema wanambimbiza. Wanambimbiza. Yaani kumbimbiza mheshimiwa ni kwamba unakula mpaka unashiba zaidi, mpaka unaanza hiyo ni hatari. Asante sana kwa kutumisha hiyo mambo ya mbimbiza hawa watu. Basi it will not be right if I invite the governors without appreciating our partners, UNDP, UN Habitat, UNEP, the EU, Italy, FAO, na wengine wengi ambao been together in this